Hey, if you're dealing with hip tightness, you came to the right video. I have tons of viral content on this exact subject, and I personally come from a tight hip background, so you are not alone, I promise you. I'm Dakota Mays, a yoga instructor and movement specialist, and today we're gonna open up those hips. So today we're gonna start on our butt, and we're just gonna open up our legs into a little 90-degree angle. And I know you've seen this before, maybe on YouTube, maybe on TikTok, but we're just gonna do windshield wipers. So you drop your knees maybe to the left first, and then to the right, and just go ahead and explore this by yourself, especially if this is a new movement. And I want you to see how it feels with the hip joint here. So as you move, say, to the right side, your left hip is internally rotating. Maybe if that feels a little bit uncomfortable, maybe lean back. It helps bring tension off. And if it feels okay, you can lean forward and add a little twist to the left. And same thing for going over to the left side. You feel the internal rotation of that right hip. Explore it. Maybe you lean forward, maybe you lean to the side, twist, play around with it. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go to the other side, maybe the right side. See if you can pick up that left foot. So now we're really adding some active internal rotation. Just do a couple and see how it feels. And we're going to go to the other side. So if you just felt like you engaged some muscles that you haven't used before, good. So do a couple on this side and come back to the middle and shake it out. So those are just windshield wipers, and you can explore from there. So what we're going to do is we're going to drop the knees to the right side. Keep your hands behind you if you need them. And if you don't need them, you keep your weight on your butt. But we're going to wrap our hands around this right knee, and with our chest, we're just going to do some circles here. So these can be super small, or you can go deep, or you can kind of just stay like seated upright. But we want to work through this right hip, and I want you to really try to massage your hip flexors with your movement. And if it feels good, you can lower down, just kind of swivel left and right. And this is great to wake up your hips. And from here, it's a good pro tip to engage the foot here. So pull the toes to the knee. That's going to engage your knee, just protect your knee a little bit. And if you want to, press down with that right knee and make this a little active. So when you press down with this right knee, you'll feel this back, this right glute kind of activate. Your piriformis muscle getting this great stretch. And from here, let's just find 2 more deep breaths, just moving wherever feels good. So if you're just waking up in the morning, getting your hips activated, you don't want to do anything crazy, and you don't want to do anything too flexible, like too close to your range of motion, like your end limit. You just want to activate. So we're not going to our 100% range here. Just maybe your 70%, your 60%, and you're flowing around there for 1 more breath. Maybe you can go lower for that last exhale. And let's inhale, come on up. Over to the left side once, let's shake out our hips, and back to the right. Let's lubricate it. And then over to the left, and we're going to stay there. Hands wrap the left knee this time. So same thing with the chest, we're going to do some circles. And you notice how whenever you fall down with your chest and go to the left versus the right, you can just get different sensations in the hip. And again, flexing that left foot, engaging that left knee, you can decide how active you make this. So I like to press down my knee all the time. And when you feel good, you bring that activation, maybe lower it down, do some swivels to the left and right, massaging that left hip crease. So we're deepening this left hip crease a lot here. And that's just giving your muscle fascia a little massage, honestly. It's one of the best things you can do for yourself when you're waking up. So 2 more breaths here. You might get lower. And you might notice on your inhales when you breathe into your stomach, you're getting that internal massage. And that's one of the best things about this stuff. When you're doing compression poses. So for your last exhale, maybe you go a little bit deeper. Again, respecting that range, not passing the 70%. And then inhale, let's come back up to the center. Awesome. And we're going to open our knees to the side this time, coming into butterfly. So pull the feet close to the sit bones. Hands come behind you. We're just going to do some flutters right here. So let the knees bounce. Take a couple deep breaths. Nothing crazy. And if your knees are not going to the ground, it does not matter. Again, wherever your range is, just respect your range. I get people all the time in videos I make, whatever video I'm doing, say for the hips. They're like, but I can't go that low. I'm like, all right, well, read the caption. You got to find a variation that works with you with every yoga pose. So it's going to look different for everyone. Maybe your knees are up here. Maybe you're adding a little bit of help with the hands. Maybe you're sitting up, you're holding the feet, and maybe you're going deeper than me. It doesn't matter. Wherever you're at, take 1 more breath. Awesome. Now we're going to bring the feet in front of us. So I'm going to go ahead and give you a side view here. So your feet are hip width apart, hands are behind you, and I just want you to squeeze your knees together. Just a gentle squeeze, so simple. We're engaging the inner groin. We're just gonna hold that for another breath, not too intense. You feel some activation here in the inner thighs. Awesome. Feet together, knees wide. Now I want you to see if you can lift your butt up off the ground here. So we come back into that butterfly pose. See if you can lift. Awesome. Let's exhale, feet comes back up, knees together, squeeze. Inhale, your feet come together, knees wide, lift the butt up. Wonderful. We're going to do 3 more of those. Exhale, maybe your feet come wider, knees together, squeeze. Inhale, feet together, knees wide, lift up. Awesome. 2 more. I'll give you the front view. Exhale, coming up, knees together. Inhale, feet together, knee wide, lift the hips up. Oh, that feels good. Exhale, we come back together with the knees, squeeze, internal rotation. Inhale, external rotation, knees to the ground, lift the hips up. Awesome. We're gonna fall on the ground now. So whenever you're ready, lie down on your back, hug your knees into your chest, give a little wiggle left and right, and then start to do some circles here. So again, you feel those hip creases here. Open them up, do a couple circles both ways, just moving through the joint. That's what we're doing. Great, we're gonna drop the left leg straight, keep the right knee bent. We're just gonna do fully active range of motion with the knee. So the knee goes over to the left and up, squeeze it to the chest and down to the right. So big circles with the knee. Inhale up to the left, exhale down to the right. 1 more this direction, inhaling. Try to touch your chest, yes. Exhale down. Switch directions, 3 this way. Inhale up to the right. Really use those hip flexors to squeeze it up. Exhale down to the left. 2 more. Inhale. And exhale. Last one, your own pace. If you feel some clicking, small popping, that is totally okay. Everybody's gonna have a little bit of popping in the hips. Just depends on how much. Let's switch side, left leg up. Squeeze it to the chest. Exhale down to the left. Inhale up to the right. All the way up. So keep going with your breath as you go down, with your inhale as you come up. And again, the hip clicking, it's completely normal. It's just your tendons rolling over your bone usually. But if it is drawing any pain, make sure you lower your range of motion. Maybe massage it out, maybe come back to this movement. But if it's too much, stop the movement. Go ahead and switch directions. Going both ways. We've got 1 last circle. And maybe by the end, I know the little popping in my hip has already went away. Sometimes you just move through it. Great. Now we're bringing the bend to our knees. Same thing, 1 more time. Feet wider than our hips, about as wide as your yoga mat. Squeeze the knees together. Find an exhale. And then feet together, knees wide. Inhale, butterfly, active butterfly. If you can, lift your butt off the ground. Yes. Exhale, feet wide, knees together. Inhale, drop them, lifting up, butterfly. Great, let's do 3 more of those. We'll end with these. Exhale, knees together. Inhale, wide, lift that butt up. Yes, use those glutes. Exhale, knees together. This is great. We're just working internal and external rotation of the hips. And just these simple movements when you're waking up, this is all you really need. It activates all parts of your hips. We work through the whole range of the motion of the hips. And then from here, if you wanted to do a little glute exercise, a little booty exercise, or something crazy for your hips, now's the perfect time. So we're gonna end here, reach the hands through the knees, grab the outer edges of the feet for happy baby. Pull the soles of the feet up, facing the ceiling. Just give a little rock left and right. If you wanna go 1 leg at a time, straighten it out. Now you can sort of, add some stretching to the groins, more passive stretching. You do that after your active stretching. Much better, much safer. And find a couple breaths here. And then you'll be good to go about your day. So start your morning, your hips are opened up, feel a little bit more loose, brought some activation to the legs, so you're gonna be feeling better throughout the day. So I hope you enjoyed that. Until next time, namaste.